Developing this morning in the Middle East, you're looking live at the Strait of Hormuz and a view of the strait from Iran's side. U.S. Central Command says it has reached a major milestone in its blockade of Iran's ports in those crucial shipping lanes for the world's oil. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper says America has made the waterway safer and cleared all of the sea mines.
We have successfully cleared sea mines in the Strait's international shipping lanes that were laid months ago by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps.
Now, Cooper says vessel movement, which has been virtually non-existent for months, will likely be less restricted now. And some much-needed rest and relaxation is coming for the crew on board the USS Abraham Lincoln. The aircraft carrier is headed home, but will make a pit stop in Thailand next week. Thai officials say the stop will allow the crew to go ashore and relax. The Lincoln was supporting the U.S. war in Iran and had been deployed for more than 250 days. The carrier was also at the center of several reports of deteriorating mental health and supply shortages on board. There's this new report that's sending a dire warning about America's ability to wage war and defend our allies abroad. The Associated Press says U.S. stocks of advanced interceptor missiles in Europe are, quote, beyond critical, raising serious concerns that NATO countries are vulnerable to possible attacks from Russia. That comes as our allies in the Pacific sound the alarm about China, which is taking an increasingly aggressive posture toward Taiwan. For more, let me bring in retired Army Brigadier General Steve Anderson. General, it's always good to have you. You know, as we hit the 6-month mark in this war with Iran, officials are now warning that our Patriot missile stocks are beyond critical. How vulnerable is our military right now, do you think?
Well, thank you for having me, Marky. And yes, I think we are quite vulnerable. We don't have the capability to conduct multi-theater wars right now. We've exhausted so many munitions on this disastrous war in Iran. I mean, our stockpiles for Patriot missiles are down by 65%. Our THAAD missile stockpile, the interceptors, are down by 50%. The Tomahawk cruise missiles we fired up in the first month was about a 4-year supply of Tomahawks. You know, and we aren't going to see a production surge that's going to really alleviate this situation for another couple of years. That's how long it takes to build these. So, yes, we are in a bad situation, beyond critical, according to some officials, and I would agree with that assessment.
Yeah, and our allies are worried that Russia could use this as an opportunity to attack NATO countries. How realistic is that concern?
I think that it is a very realistic concern. And I'd also be concerned about China and their ability to attack and intimidate Taiwan. Yes, we just don't have the capability now to conduct, like I said, a multi-theater war someplace else in Europe, in China, in the Pacific. I mean, we stood down training exercises in Korea and whatnot. I mean, has the United States taken their eye off the ball in fighting this war in Iran? I would say that we have.
Yeah, and you think about the CIA director just visiting Russia this week, and you wonder about the timing of all of this, too. The Pentagon's Sean Parnell says that these claims are false and that the U.S. has everything required to strike at the time and place of the president's choosing. Who do we believe here, and would the Pentagon ever publicly admit to having a depleted inventory?
No, I don't think that they would, Marky. I mean, Sean Parnell he's interviewing, he wants to be the next Secretary of the Army. And so he's going to say whatever President Donald Trump wants him to say. And that, of course, is that there's nothing wrong here. Don't bother. Don't worry about a thing. We've got it all under control. And, of course, that is not the situation at all. I mean, we've got a serious problem with munitions shortages across the board. We've got a readiness issue in the military. The USS Lincoln now is being diverted into Thailand. We have a lot of mental issues, you know, with some of the soldiers on board. And I would submit to you that just we've had so much attention on Iran that we've taken our eye off the ball, and we've got a lot of problems out there in the world that we need to address. And this war in Iran has been an absolute disaster from that perspective.
Yeah. And it's also, you know, reportedly crushing the Navy's budget as well. The Guardian is reporting that the Navy is so strapped for cash that it's pulling money out of payroll accounts in order to fund combat operations, cutting training, maintenance to backfill it. How alarming is that specific detail to you, sir?
It's very alarming. I mean, obviously, anytime that we've got to divert money from payroll accounts to cover down on war expenditures is a big problem in the military. I mean, it just shows to me the degradation of the military that has happened under the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth. He's more concerned about testosterone and about culture things than he is about fighting this war. I mean, this is what happens when you get a Secretary of Defense that was selected on his sycophancy to Donald Trump and not on any kind of expertise, which he has none. He's also purged a lot of the military. I mean, a lot of the colored officers, female officers have been pulled off the promotion list. I mean, he's degraded the military in many, many ways, and this is an example of that. We just don't have the funds to cover down on the things that we've done to fight this war in Iran.
And I think a lot of people wanting to know where those Pentagon briefings have gone. It's been a few months since we heard the last one. General Steve Anderson, thank you for your time this morning, sir. We'll see what new developments pop over the weekend. See you next time.
Thank you, Marky.
Thank you.